Okay, well, here's the thing. When it comes to actual hard scientific standards, there's way more evidence that the CDC just radically shifted its own standards in order to meet the demands of Joe Biden specifically and the teachers' unions that run him than there is that Trump ever did anything like that. And Fauci's doing the same thing, by the way. Right? Anthony Fauci is, I've grown increasingly critical of Fauci over the past year. At the beginning, I was like, I think he's a guy trying to do his best. Then he started appearing on the cover of In Touch magazine. I was like, okay, this is a guy who's really enjoying his celebrity way too much. He's given us conflicting guidance on a variety of issues ranging from masks to school reopenings. Now, Anthony Fauci, who 5 minutes ago was saying, what we should do, reopen the schools. It's imperative, actually. You know how much cost it's having in terms of our kids that we can't reopen the schools? Now you have Anthony Fauci, the greatest doctor outside of Joe Biden in American history, saying that we actually should not reopen the schools. The only way we should reopen the schools, according to Anthony Fauci, is if, wait for it, Joe Biden's stimulus plan passes. Now, we still have $500 million, apparently, in funding for schools that has not been used yet from the last tranche of spending. But that doesn't matter. Does it sound like a scientific standard to you? Or does it sound like Anthony Fauci has his head up Joe Biden's ass and Joe Biden has his head up the teachers' union's ass?
I think that the schools really do need more resources, and that's the reason why the National Relief Act that we're talking about getting passed, we need that. The schools need more resources. The things we didn't have before, there wasn't anything that was put down solidly on paper on saying these are the kind of things that you should consider, these are the kind of things that you should follow. I mean, there was talk about it, but it wasn't actually put down in a single document that you could access, the teachers, the educators, and everyone else can. I think it can be done.
This is a pathetic joke. I'm sorry, this is a pathetic joke. It has nothing to do with the science. It never had anything to do with the science. It always had to do with political manipulations. How Andrew Cuomo became a hero once. How Andrew Cuomo became a hero once. How Andrew Cuomo became a hero while Ron DeSantis in Florida was the great villain of this ridiculous morality play. DeSantis has been the best governor in America on this stuff. He runs the oldest state in the country. It ranks in terms of deaths per million, somewhere in the 26 range. Okay, and DeSantis has been crapped on by the media while Andrew Cuomo, who is actively lying to the American public and to seniors and to members of his own party about killing seniors by putting them back in COVID-infested nursing homes. I mean, that guy was treated as a hero by CNN and the rest of the media, but this guy's the villain, Ron DeSantis. Here is DeSantis pointing out quite clearly yesterday that, listen, these lockdown policies have not worked. They do not work. He is right. I lived in a lockdown state. California now has the most deaths of any state in the union. And yet DeSantis is the bad guy somehow. Here was DeSantis yesterday.
If you look right now, states that are always held up by people in Biden's administration, like New York, have way higher per capita patients hospitalized for COVID right now. So there's no basis in medical, there's no basis in economics, there's no basis in reality to do this except to punish a state that is doing it better than what his experts have recommended. Biden is a lockdowner. His advisors are lockdowners. Lockdowns don't work. We've demonstrated that. We're not turning back, Maria, and they will not be able to get away with targeting Florida.
Yeah, good for DeSantis, who's been excellent on this stuff, and yet somehow he's the villain of the piece. By the way, there's now evidence emerging that what I'm accusing the Biden administration of, which is being run by the teachers' unions and twisting the science in order to achieve their desired ends, that is well supported. I'm going to give you that evidence in just one.